To register for classes, first go to westhillscollege.com and then log into the student portal. Once you log into the student portal, you'll need to scroll past the My Courses, Email, Announcements, and Virtual Desk until you see Search and Register for Courses. Start with Step 1, Complete Required Agreements. You will need to complete the agreements for the term that you want to register. You can tell which term the agreement is for in the Agreement Period column. If the status is incomplete, that means it needs to be done before you can register. Agreements with a status of accepted or declined are already complete. For each agreement, click View. You can accept or decline any agreement for additional fees. The Cal Grant Unit Completion Agreement is just a notice, so when you accept it, you are acknowledging that you read and that you understand the notice. After you finish with the agreements, click the house icon in the sidebar menu to the left to get to your self-service homepage, and from there, click the course catalog. You can also reach the course catalog through Step 2 in your student portal, Plan Your Courses. To register, you must plan courses first, and we use the course catalog to do that. Once you're in the course catalog, click the Advanced Search option. You need to enter at least one search term to pull up a list of possible classes to plan. For best results, we recommend using at least the term and location options. However, if you're looking for a specific class, you can also add the subject, course, and even section number. For this example, I selected the Spring 2021 term and the online Lemoore location. Just so you know, if you do not use the location option to filter, you may see more than one of each course listed. One of these will be a Lemoore course, and one of them will be a Coalinga course. To determine which is which, you can always click the View Available sections. If the section begins with an L, it's a Lemoore course. If it begins with a C, it's a Coalinga course. You will notice that on the left there are filters you can choose to further refine your search, and you can change filters that you've already set. Once you find a class that you want to add to your plan, click View Available sections. Check to see if the class has seats available. If it does, it'll list seats on the left. If it's closed, it will say closed. Waitlisted classes will say waitlisted and list the number of people currently on the waitlist. When you find a class that you would like to add to your plan, click Add Section to Plan. You'll see a pop-up window with the specific information for the section you've selected, the number of seats available, the number of units, the times, dates, and locations, and a course description. Click here to add section to plan. Once you've added all the sections you want to add to your plan for the term, click the grad cap icon on the left. Then go to Student Planning and click Plan and Schedule. You can also get to this page through the student portal link under Register for your planned classes. All of your planned classes will display here in a list to the left. If you've selected classes offered on specific days and times, these will show in the calendar to your right. You can easily check for class conflicts and make sure that the class schedule you've selected works for you. If there is a conflict, you'll see a warning on each of the conflicted classes to the list on the left, and on the calendar to the right, they'll be displayed in red. Planned courses that are not registered and offered at a specific day and time will be displayed in brown. You can still view alternate sections for a class from this screen. For example, for this conflicted class, I'll select View Other Sections. There are no other sections available, so if I'd like to register this course, I'll need to remove the Chem 001B. To remove a planned course, click the X in the upper right-hand corner of the class listing. You can also remove all planned courses by clicking Removed Planned Courses on the upper right-hand side of the screen. You can view other terms by using the arrows, and you can add terms if there are no other terms to view by clicking the plus sign. When you are sure that you would like to add a class, you can click Register underneath the class. If you'd like to register for all of your planned classes at once, you can also use the Register Now button on the upper right-hand side of the screen. If there's an error while you are registering for a course, that will also display on the upper right-hand side. For example, with this course, there is a prerequisite requirement. For courses that are already in session but still allowing late adds, you need to have the instructor provide an add authorization. They won't actually give you a code, but if you don't have an add authorization, this is the error that will display. You can hit cancel and then contact the instructor to request the add authorization. When a class is successfully registered, it will display in the calendar on the right as green, and here in your class list, also as green, registered but not started for courses that have not yet begun, or just registered for classes that are already in session. Once you've registered for all of your classes, you'll be able to view them in your class planner here and on your calendar here. So congratulations, you're now registered for class. If you do decide to drop a registered class, you can drop it until your class census or withdraw until the last day to withdraw for your class by using the drop button underneath the course on the plan and schedule page. And that concludes how to use self-service for registration.